Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome along to Sportsbet TV, where we have our racing selections for you for Saturday the 26th of September. It promises to be a brilliant day's racing. There's some great action across both Britain and Ireland. We're focusing on a couple of races at the feature meeting in Britain at Newmarket, and we've also got a selection for you over the sticks at Market Rasen, our first jumping selection for a very long time. Now we're going to start off with the first leg of the Autumn Double. This is a race that traditionally forms what can often be an attempt by punters to really get stuck into the bookmakers by backing the winner of the Cambridgeshire on Saturday, and then a couple of weeks later the 2¼ mile Cesarewitch, and it's known traditionally as the Autumn Double. Well, the Cambridgeshire handicap is at the intermediate trip of 9 furlongs, and it brings together some of the best mile handicappers and pattern horses at listed and Group 3 level over a mile, and those over 1.25 miles. So there's loads of variables here. The draw is also sometimes significant, and it's hard to know until the huge field of 29 that are going to run on Saturday at 3:35 charge down the Rowley Mile. It's hard to know just where the best place on the track is going to be. Often it's where the most pace is. So because of that, we've come up with two selections, giving ourselves two chances, both at each way prices. Now this is a race in which William Haggis has certainly set his stall out. He's running 3 in this, including Ilarab and Muntatham, and he's got Sinjari as well. They're 3 very good horses. Sabuska's an interesting runner for William Knight. Judmonte have 2 in it, Tempest and Derevo. It's such a good race. But John Gosden has won this the last 2 years. He won it with Wissahickon, and then last year he won it with Lord North, who of course has gone on to be a genuine Group 1 horse. He has a great record in this race, John Gosden. Going way back, he won this with the mighty Halling, who went on to be a superstar. And he's got a very interesting runner here with his best pal Frankie Dettori on board, and the horse is called Al Rafah. He's drawn in stall 22, and this is a horse who landed a hat-trick of wins this summer over 7 furlongs. So he's been in very good form, and then on the face of it, very disappointing when last of 4 at Haydock last time out, but that was on soft ground, and this is a horse who doesn't like soft ground, so I think we can excuse him for that. Now, the big question mark is the trip. His 3 wins have come at 7 furlongs, but he's bred by Kingman and he's out of a mare who stayed 9 furlongs, and because he's trained by probably, in my view, the best trainer in the world, I think John Gosden wouldn't run him in this if he didn't think that he was up to seeing out the extra 2 furlongs, and he switches off nicely in his races. So I'm going to suggest to you that he's going to run a massive race from stall 22, and I think the 18-1 on offer each way with Hills and Bet Victor at the time of this recording on Friday lunchtime is a very decent price. And indeed the 18-1 with Hills is for 6 places. With Bet Victor they offer 5 places. So that's the first of the selections, Al Rafah in the 3:35, the Cambridgeshire at Newmarket Saturday. The second selection in the same race is a horse called Anything Today. Now he's drawn in stall 13. He's trained by Roger Fell and is the mount of Ben Curtis. Now Roger Fell is a trainer I really like. He's a real shrewdy. He does lay them out for races, and he's got a good record in big handicaps. Now this horse has actually lost his last 12 races, the last 8 of which have been for Roger Fell. Prior to that he was with David O'Mara. Now he has won in the past at up to 1.5 miles, but for me he showed he was coming right back to his best with a great effort at York last time out over the extended 1.25 miles in a hot handicap at the Ebor fixture. He went clear over a furlong out. He was 3 lengths clear under Callum Rodriguez, only to be reeled in by the course specialist Master Carpenter, the Tim Easterby trained runner, who got to him only in the last 70 yards or so. I think that dropping back to the 9 furlongs is going to be perfect for this horse. And if you do get the chance to see how Anything Today ran in that race at York, just watch how well he was going at this 9 furlong trip. He had them all beaten, and he just didn't get home over the 1.25 miles. I think there's more speed come into this horse over the last year, and I think that the 33-1 on offer each way for 6 places 6 places, mind you, with Boyle Sports only at the time of this recording, is very good value, particularly as many other firms are only 25 to 1 and 22 to 1. So anything today, 33 to 1 each way with Boyle Sports, alongside Al Rafah at 18 to 1 with Hills and Bet Victor in the Cambridgeshire at 3.35 on Saturday. Now we have 2 other recommendations. The first at Newmarket in the 225. This is the Group 1 Cheveley Park Stakes for 2-year-old fillies over 6 furlongs, very often won by a high-class performer. And there are lots of good ones in this. The unbeaten Dandala for Col Burke has won the Group 3 Albany Stakes at Royal Ascot, and she won at Newmarket, taking the Group 2 Duchess of Cambridge Stakes. She really could be anything. We've got Kulthum, who won just the other week at Ayr for Richard Fahey, taking the Group 3 Firth of Clyde Stakes. And one of the Irish raiders, interesting here, Aloha Star, trained by Fozzie Stack, a Group 2 winner at 33 to 1, sprang a big surprise in July and proved that was no fluke when third in the Group 1 Phoenix Stakes last time out, so could go well. But Miss Amulet, the second of the Irish runners, trained by Ken Condon and significantly the mount of Ryan Moore. She has won 3 of her last 4 starts. She won a listed race at Naas in August, and then she, I thought, put up a great performance winning the Group 2 Lowther Stakes at York up to 6 furlongs, and she showed real guts and determination, and she was very brave indeed there to beat Sacred, who reopposes by a length. I think this is a very, very talented filly, Miss Amulet, and she's offered generally at the time of this recording at 7 to 2. Wouldn't surprise me if she's offered at 4 to 1 on the day of the race, but 7 to 2 at the moment. And for me, Miss Amulet is progressive at this time of year, and she looks the one to beat for Ken Condon and Ryan Moore in the Group 1 Cheveley Park Stakes at Newmarket at 2.25. And then we come to the jumps. Now, I love the jumps. Given the choice, I'd probably just prefer jump racing over the flat, but I love them both. But it's great to have some good jumpers back in action. And at Market Rasen on 2.45 on Saturday, there's a listed handicap hurdle, the Prelude Handicap Hurdle. It's a race that's been won twice in the last 7 years by Dr. Richard Newland, who has a great record over summer jumps. Alan King won it last year, he's got a runner as well, and Dan Skelton won it in 2017, and he's got a runner in the race too. But Brandon Castle, trained by Neil King and ridden by the effervescent and supremely talented lady jumps jockey Bryony Frost. For me, this is the one to have on your side. It's won twice this season over the course and distance. It absolutely loves this Lincolnshire track and this distance. Up £7 for a 5-length win last time out on August the 16th. And then it had a spin on the flat, and it ran really well in a hot handicap, beaten just 6 lengths by Yukon Glen at Haydock. 7th of 17 it was in the Old Borough Cup. But it's won its last 2 over jumps, both over the course and distance, and I think even though it's gone up in the weights by £5, at 7 to 1 generally on offer at each way, I think Brandon Castle has a great chance in the 2.45 at Market Rasen for Neil King and for the lovely Bryony Frost. So those are our selections for Saturday. Some great racing in store. I wish you the very best of luck with all your bets, and look forward to you joining me, Paul Alster, next week at Sportsbet TV for more racing selections. But for now, bye-bye and enjoy the weekend.